What's going on, family? It's Brother Kos'ti at Brother Kos'ti Shares. Today's conversation is a compilation of 4 different topics. You'll see me looking down. I have them all on these sticky notes. And these are just things I've been discussing. If you haven't already, check out my podcast, Conquer Proof Podcast. It's on Anchor. It will be in the description below. But yeah, y'all, check it out. The Anchor site is down right now, which is really why I'm hopping on here today in particular, because I like podcasting a lot more. I don't know what it is. It's just more fun. But yeah, y'all, today's conversation about these 4 different topics. And number 1 is how you could be potentially a terrorist. Yes, you watching this, listening to this, looking at this, you could be a terrorist. And I'm going to tell you why and how. If you're untrustworthy, you're a terrorist. Because let's break these things down for just a moment, right? So when you think of terrorist, the root word is terror. I'm assuming it's somebody who brings that which predates it, right? Or that comes before it. So terrorist, you are somebody who brings terror. That is the terror of the world. It's trust. It's not having trust, right? Let's just revisit real fast, 9/11, terrorist attacks. Why did that stir so much? Is because we felt that we didn't have confidence, or we didn't have trust that we were safe. Think about that. We didn't trust that we were actually safe, which is why it caused so much stir and concern. Think about why you get upset with people. Think about anything in life. It really comes down to a matter of trust. Somebody has breached trust in some capacity. And that is the root of all the fear, of all the issues. It's trust, right? Why don't you like listening to lies? Because it doesn't allow you to trust what you're hearing or who you're hearing it from. And so I'm just here to tell you, check yourself. Be trustworthy. Be somebody that when you speak, people don't have to second guess your intentions. They don't have to second guess if what you're telling is the truth. You must begin to be trustworthy. Otherwise, you're a terrorist, yo. Straightforward, straight up. Stop being a terrorist. Spread love, spread peace, spread happiness, spread joy. And I'm not telling those are the only things we got to spread, because we got to spread truth. And sometimes spreading truth is not always happiness, but you reduce terror in the world, right? Because most people are fear what they don't know. That's really when we dig down into it. We fear what we don't know, or we don't understand. And when you don't disclose certain things to people and they have to find out about it later, just think about the impact it has on that world. Let's have a simple example. Some people don't want to disclose certain things or tell people certain things in advance because they're afraid of how they're going to react. Now imagine this. You go somewhere and there's a surprise where you end up getting a gallon of water dumped on your head, and you thought it was going to be something different. So you decide to wear your nicest outfit ever, right? You go into that environment, you get water dumped on your head, or like ketchup sprayed all over you, whatever the case may be, and it jacks up your whole outfit, right? You don't have trust now that when you wear nice things, it will be respected, for one. Now, imagine if you could have warned somebody or told somebody about this and you just chose not to. Now, not only are they not trusting the other world around them or their outer world, they're no longer having trust within their inner circle. Like it branches far deeper than we really realize. And I know it's a silly example, but just think about that in everyday life. Be somebody that is trustworthy so we can reduce the terror in the world. The terror is what causes the chaos. The chaos is what causes the mayhem. The mayhem will sow deeper seeds of destruction. Do you want your family? Do you want your kids? Do you want yourself to live in a world like that? And I'm not asking you, can you survive? I'm asking you, do you want that? Don't tell me I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because I'm going to make it. Do you want that? And if you want that, do what you do, boo-boo. For me, for my tribe, for the people I'm around, that's not what we want. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm going to tolerate. Be somebody who is worthy of trust. Okay, that's number 1. The second thing is, humans have an innate thing, and this is it's funny how these all kind of line up. Humans have an innate thing of going to drama. We are drawn to drama. I'm not saying we like drama, but we're drawn to it, right? Because it's something out of the ordinary. If we think about it, that's really what catches our eye. Things that are out of the ordinary, and drama is out of the ordinary because the name of the game in nature is harmony. Like things are harmonious. It doesn't mean things are not good or bad. It doesn't mean that the cycle of life and death doesn't happen, but things are harmonious. They work in a very smooth operating fashion, right? Animals may run from their predator, but as soon as it's over, they go back to status quo. Humans are one of the beings that we don't go back to status quo. We stay in these hyper fixated things, and we kind of stay like in this fight or flight mode, like all the time. We stay in that kind of mindset all the time, and just think about how that influences how we're going in the world. So we're like hyper fixated, and we see something that really is out of the normal, and we go gravitate towards it. And it's usually drama. In those things, though, the drama can be one of two things, and this is the beauty of it. You get to choose. You have all the power in the world. When you see drama, you have one of two things. You can use it as a solution, or you can use that distraction to look at that thing and create a solution, or you can look at that thing and be fixated on it, and you can become distracted. Just think about what purpose, right? The idea of purpose. Purpose is what drives you to do anything. People's purpose is derived on drama. It's not a bad thing, but it's fixing something. It's solving a problem. It's completing a puzzle, right? And so you can find the puzzles, you can find the dramas that you want to actually resolve, or you can find the dramas and you can get entrapped in it and become distracted. So it's very important that you maintain control of your awareness and your focus as you're going through life, so that you won't be pulled and yanked and distracted and captured essentially mentally on things that don't matter to you. The third conversation today is, in order to really grow, actually, I'm going to read the other one first. Beautiful. All right. In order to really grow, it's going to be important that you let go of the ego's need to be in control. The ego's need to be in control. I'm going to elaborate on that right now. Most people are desiring to be right. Nobody wants to be wrong, and I'm not going to say nobody wants to be wrong, but oftentimes it's a hard thing to admit that one is wrong. It's a hard thing to actively search for how you could be wrong, right? Your desire for truth has to trump your desire to be right if you really want to grow. And a lot of people don't really want to search for truth because they've attached their ego with their identity of self, or they're attached to ego and that is their identity, but really you are the essence. You are source. If you don't get it, it's all right. Just keep tuning in, keep checking everything out, go through your process of unlearning and learning. You are source, you are essence, you are not the ego. And when you recognize that, when you say something that may not be right, even though it may hurt temporarily or may cause you a discomfort, I encourage you to sit with the discomfort, sit with that emotion, allow it to pass through you so you can not be attached to that feeling. And a lot of times we try to run from these things, and when you run from it, you actually attach yourself to it. Because you say, I don't want to feel it, 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 I don't want to feel it. And look, if you say, I don't want to feel it, you are already feeling it, and you just don't want to finish the process. I want y'all to recognize that when you say, I don't want to feel this way, you already feel that way. You just don't want to finish the process. And if you don't finish the process, you are attaching it to you. And the longer you keep running from it, the harder it gets to just turn around and look at it. That's what happens when we are fixating on being right instead of being fixated on truth. When you're fixated on truth, it's okay if you're wrong because you know it's temporary. I was wrong temporary. Now I can be right forever. I can speak in truth into perpetuity. Right? And that's the difference. People try to be right instead of just be truthful. Truthful, full of truth. That's the key. Be full of truth. And you will find that life is a lot easier because you can navigate, and you will also emit a frequency that allows the specific people for you to come to you. and you to go to them because you're operating on the same frequency of truth. But when you're operating out of being right, you're only looking for people that will validate your own bias towards yourself. And if you continue to do that, you'll be stuck in a box. You won't be able to actually grow and flourish. You'll be in a stuck box, a stuck, I'll say, ecosystem, but it'll be independent of anything and everything else. And anything that comes in to disrupt that, you will immediately reject, even if it is for your best good, your highest good. So I implore you to adopt this mindset of your desire to be full of truth trumps your desire to be right. And the last thing is really for my entrepreneurs. I'm not even going to call it entrepreneurs. Look, if you are an indigo child, if you're a poet, if you are personal development focused, look, you're going to need to get into personal development eventually, yo. You're going to get into business eventually, either for yourself or with somebody else. You can go for a company if you like. But look, a business is just a vehicle to elicit the change that you want to see for the world. You don't have to have a business, but you operate in the capacity of a business when you go and try to solve these problems. The reason that a business is, to me, the best vehicle, or I'm going to say business because, trust could be a business as well. But a business is the best vehicle for eliciting change, is because you can start producing, or you can start collecting resources or accumulating resources so that you can actually continue to solve more and more problems. If you try to just solve things without a business vehicle, and I'm going to just say, like, as an individual, you may get paid, you may not get paid, but we need money in this realm. Like, it's not a bad thing. You need money. And the reason that you need money is because it's just a resource. It's energy that you've collected in advance, so you can distribute that resource, that energy, into something else at a later date, right? So it's just storage of energy. That's what money is, a storage of energy, current, right? So current, the energy flowing through something. So it's currency. It's the way that energy flows through everything that we're around. That's what money is a form of currency. Anywho's, hope y'all get that. What you need to understand, what you need to learn, is the art of making money. There's two ways to make money: just leverage and there's value, right? So there's leverage, which is using something that already has value, or value, which is creating a solution to something. Those are the only two ways to make money, and it's pretty simple. You don't get fixated on a number, like I want to make $1 million. The idea is to instead be focused on providing leverage of value. You need to learn how to leverage value. That's really it in a nutshell. A lot of people say, I want to be a 6-figure earner. I want to make $1 million. Okay, see, you can do that, but if you don't learn the process, you do it, but it may not be sustainable. You're right. So learn how to make dollars, not learn to make a set dollar amount, if that makes sense. And this is what I mean. There's leverage and there's value. Leverage is you getting a product from the store and you use that product to solve people's problems. So if you're a mechanic, you leverage your tools to provide resources. If you're a coach like myself, you are value yourself. Like, you have value because you see things. You're helping people see things in a certain way. And so there's one of two ways that you can go about and learn how to make money. All we're doing is solving problems. If you're a person that thinks a lot, stop thinking for a second and just realize all you're doing is solving problems. That's how you make money. You solve problems. You identify the problem. You elaborate on the problem. You see the future outcome if that problem is solved, and you propose to solve the problem. That's it. So those are the little blurbs for today, family. I hope this was valuable to you. My goal is for y'all to learn from this, get insights, get inspired, really just become successful. Become successful. That's really all I want for you. And success is not a dollar amount. Success is not an occupation. Success is a state of being, of going after that which you desire most. If you get it or not, it's irrelevant. That's a bonus if you get it. But if you don't, success is the pursuit of that. That's all I want. I love sharing success with people. Some people don't know what they really want. Some people don't know what to go after, what they want. And that's why I've decided to be a coach. That's why this is my focus of being a coach. Some people get what they want and they're not satisfied. Okay, that means there's something deeper within you that you need to foster, that you need to help come out. And sometimes we don't have the tools to do that. And that, again, where I come in as a coach, I help bring out that vision. I help you learn how to manage your energy. I help you learn how to create strategies, and we create strategies, and we get to go on that journey together. Sometimes there's mindset things that we need to work on. Sometimes there's skill set things that we need to work on. Regardless, nevertheless, that's what I'm here to do. And look, whether or not you get a coach is up to you. You're going to get there regardless. You are. It's just a matter of time, effort, and money. If you want the shortcut, get a coach, get a mentor, get somebody in your corner that can help you get to where you need to go. Or you can go DIY. I've gone the DIY approach a lot. I've done it a lot, and I bumped my head a lot, and it's taught me a lot of things, but not nearly as much as just getting a coach, getting somebody who can help you, that's walked the path, that can help you walk the path. And that doesn't necessarily have to be in business. It could be in other things, right? So learning how to lose weight. I've lost 20 pounds literally multiple times. Learning how to just be more assertive. I've learned how to do that. I'm not just saying about me, but if you want to learn how to do something that you've never done before, one, you're going to have to do it regardless. Like, you're going to have to get your experience in there. But two, you can learn the proper strategies and the techniques and the mindset that you need to have to become successful. A lot of times we don't have that last part I just said, the mindset behind how it would be to accomplish that what you're trying to do. That is the key. That is like the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce right there. Having the right mindset. And if you don't have the right mindset for certain ventures, you're most likely going to fail, or it's going to be extremely longer and harder than it needs to be to accomplish this task. Look, if you're running a marathon and you do not have your mindset on one, endurance, two, like having a clear why in your head, it's a whole bunch of different things. You're probably not going to finish the marathon. But yeah, family, that's really it for today. As always, if you'd like to have a conversation with me, right now the site is 𝐈𝐴LLG.com. I'm going through some changes and some transitions. So go ahead and get on the site, book your call as soon as possible. All you got to do is go to 𝐈𝐴LLG.com, go to the top, hit Ignites. Let's have a conversation. It's free. All it costs is your time and attention. This is Brother Kos'ti signing out. Peace.